Long question answer, chapter 6, class 8th. Now, question number 1. What is a fuel? Give 4 characteristics of a good fuel. Children, question is very easy. You have to tell the definitions of fuel and then characteristics, properties of good fuel. Now come to its answer. Substances which burn to produce heat and light at a reasonable cost. They are called fuel. Fuel means these are the substances which burn to produce heat and light at a reasonable cost. So the characteristic of the good fuel, so these are: first is the fuel should be cheap and easily available. Means its cost could not its cost should not be very high. Question 2, second point is the fuel should have high calorific value. Calorific value means amount of heat released on burning 1 kilogram of the fuel. Means when 1 kilogram of the fuel is burnt, then how much heat is released? So that is called calorific value. And good fuel should have high calorific value. Come to third point, it should produce very small amount of residue. For example, ash like residue. These should be produced in very small amount or negligible. Fourth is it should not cause pollution on burning. It should not release harmful gases on burning. So these properties are the properties of the good fuel. Now question number 2. Draw a diagram showing different zones of candle flame. Children, in this answer you have to draw only diagram, but diagram must be labeled as shown in this slide. You can draw very easily this diagram. This diagram is also given in your book. Now the question number 3. Explain the different parts of a candle flame. Now children, all of you have seen candle flame. Now we have to describe the different parts of the candle flame. Each candle flame has the following parts: non-luminous zone, luminous zone, dark zone and blue zone. The first is non-luminous zone. The outermost zone of the candle flame, so this is called non-luminous zone. Non-luminous means it is not easily visible. And here the complete combustion of the fuel take place and it is bluish in color. It has the highest temperature and it is bluish in color. Now next is the luminous zone. This is the hottest part of the flame and this zone is yellow part of the flame. In the candle flame, the yellow portion which we are seeing, so that is the luminous zone. And here the some carbon particles, so these are left unburnt. Means unburnt carbon particles are present which get hot and glow emitting yellow light. These unburnt carbon particles, when they get heated up, then they start glowing and they produce yellow light. So the color of this zone is yellow. And here incomplete combustion take place. Because of incomplete combustion, it produces yellow light, and when you are keeping any spoon in this part, then it get blackened. Now next part is dark zone. Just around the wick where the candle wick is present, dark zone is present, and here no combustion occur. No combustion occur means nothing burnt here. And the last is blue zone. The blue color at the bottom, so this is due to the combustion of carbon monoxide. Okay, at the bottom the blue zone, in the candle flame, the blue color it is seen, and this blue color at the bottom, so this is due to the combustion of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide gives blue color. Burning of carbon monoxide gives blue color. Now the next question is write few points on the impact of a fuel to the environment. Children, in this question we have to tell how fuel affect the environment. Okay, now come to the answer. On burning fossil fuel, harmful gases such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, lead oxide, nitrogen oxide, so these are released into the atmosphere. And these also, the burning of the fossil fuel also produce ash and smoke. So these all are air pollutant. Second point is oxides of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide So these oxide, when these released into the atmosphere, get dissolved in the rainwater and they cause acid rain, and which damage buildings, plants and soil. Third point is excess of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is also released by the burning of fossil fuel. So this excess of carbon dioxide, so this causes global warming. And because of the global warming, the temperature of the earth increases and leads to melting of the polar ice caps and the flood situation. So this become frequent. The last point is, in addition, lead compound produced by the combustion of the fuel in automobiles. So they may result in the chronic disease such as cancer in human. Chronic disease means the diseases which takes a very long time to cure or which cannot be cured for the lifetime. So these chronic diseases are produced due to the lead compounds. Now, question number 5. Why is fuel so important in our daily life? You have to tell only 4 points. Fuel is very important, and what is its importance in our life? We have to tell only 4 points. Now come to its answer. The fuel is so important in our everyday life because the fuel is used in our homes, in transport and in industries to produce energy. Second thing is, first point is fuels like wood, coal, kerosene, LPG, cow dung cake. So these are used at home to cook food. For cooking, we use different types of fuel. These are wood, coal, kerosene, LPG, and cow dung cakes. Second point is petroleum products and coal. So these are used as a fuel to run automobiles and train. Children's petroleum products like petrol and diesel and CNG. So these are used as a fuel in the different vehicles. Now come to third point, common fuel used in furnaces. So these are natural gas and LPG. LPG is liquefied petroleum gas and natural gas, this is compressed natural gas. Fourth point is coal is used to generate electricity in power plants like thermal power plants. Coal is used to produce steam and the steam rotates the turbine to produce electricity. So coal is used in power plant to produce electricity.